Welcome, Capricorn. This is your weekly Taroscope reading for July the 25th through to the 31st, 2016. My name is Tilly, and this is Tarot with Tilly. And before we begin, thank you. Thank you for the ongoing love, supportive energy, loving energy, supportive energy that you send my way each and every day. Truly, thank you. I do send it all back to you. I wish you nothing but joy and success going forward. Now, let's see what the cards have to say for the energy that's going to surround you so that you can walk through this week successfully. So we start with the Ten of Pentacles. This is our yes card. That's a very good start to any reading. We have the Star card. My cards are mixed up right now. The Star card is, seeing our dreams, seeing what can be tangible. Okay, so it's not like the Queen of Cups. No, she's been very popular this week in the readings. Seeing our beauty, seeing our strength, seeing our passions. And then we have the Two of Swords, so a decision to be made. And it crosses over the Star, which is our hopes and our dreams and our desires. So let's start at the beginning. We'll get more cards out, but let's start here with the Ten of Pentacles. Now, the Ten of Pentacles is the yes card. It says that you can move forward in the way that you want, that you'll probably see indications of something that is becoming more stable. There's like a light at the end of the tunnel. This could be something coming in to help you move forward, something to ease any kind of chaos in your life. This is a beautiful omen that job scene gets better, that relationships get better, that finances get better. And then we have the Two of Swords and the Star together. Now the Star is essentially, we have that star at the very top, and that's our dreams, our hopes, our desires. And then here we are down at the bottom, and we are reaching out to it, which makes us know that we can now see it, because we're actually down there reaching out to it. So things in our life are starting to become tangible, that we see the way forward. We see how we can accomplish our dreams, our desires. Now, it is crossed over by the Two of Swords, which means there's probably a decision that has to be made when it comes to going forward with your dreams, your desires this week. This question cannot be answered by what you are tapping into around you, what you see, what you hear. Okay, it has to be your intuition. It has to be your higher wisdom that really gives you the answer. So you need to think about the decision that you need to make, and then ask yourself how you are feeling. Are you tensing up? Is your breath shallow? Are you getting stressed out? Are you starting on a panic attack? Or are you feeling joyous, relaxed, calm? Think about it another way. How does that make you feel? Think about it a third way. How does that make you feel? Narrow down your choices by tapping into your intuition, by tapping into your higher wisdom, by allowing your body to tell you, and if you experience the fear, then go at one level deeper, right? Why do you have that fear? What are you fearful about? Because maybe that's something that you just need to straddle over or go through or go around in order to actually make that decision. So it's not even a first impression. We really have to take time to think it through, be alone with our thoughts, and give ourselves time to process the different scenarios we come up with. And then, and only then, can we make a wise choice going forward. Now, we also have the Queen of Cups, and the Queen of Cups is all about loving ourselves, first and foremost, to see the beauty of who we are. This could be reaching out to other people. This could be growing relationships, and not necessarily close relationships. This could be reaching out your hand within the community, doing charity work, changing lives, that you never know the true impact you've had upon a life. It's reaching out your hand to somebody who is less fortunate or who needs a helping hand. Maybe it is a shut-in, a relative that doesn't get many visitors. Maybe this is the time that you need to step up the plate and spend some time with them and be a friend. So look for ways of spreading kindness, of spreading compassion, because that comes back tenfold into your life. Our underlying energy is the Ten of Cups, so it's all about your happily ever after. I mean, pay attention to your dreams, pay attention to your thoughts, pay attention to the little signals that you get around you, pay attention to opportunities that may open up to you this week, because it is all meant to lead you towards your happily ever after. Maybe it'll show you exactly what you don't want if you're not sure of the path that you want to go forward in. Maybe it'll show you what you don't want, and it'll direct you then to what you do want. But we definitely have the happily ever after as our underlying energy. So we are going to come in contact throughout the week in many ways of what will bring us true happiness, true joy, feeling that security around us. For our overriding energy, we have the King of Pentacles. So this is where our thoughts catch on fire. This is where we look at new ways of doing things, new ways of being, new ways of becoming, in order to bring in security, in order to bring in happiness. It could have something to do with the home, too. Usually I get the home with this card for some reason. Maybe because he's sitting so close to his castle. It could be your well-being. It could be finances, that you are having this realization of new opportunities, new things to do. It's really your thoughts, and your thoughts are growing on how to accomplish the world you want to walk into, the person you want to become. We have the Moon card. So not only are we looking for the security, but we are looking for the freedom, the liberation to express ourselves in the unique way that we need to express ourselves. This could come out in a variety of ways. It could be a new project that we dive into in order to show our creative strength, in order to show our talents, our abilities, to allow our passions to flow. This could be a home reno job. This could be redesigning the office. This could be redesigning your desk just to give it a more personalized look. But in some way, your outer world kind of needs to reflect the inner you and who you are. And then we have the Ten of Swords. So the other part of the moon then would be to tap into some of the struggles, the chaos, the sorrow, and the tears that you have gone through recently, and understand the wisdom that you've taken away from it. Realizing that the sun is breaking through, that you have received new wisdom through it. Some people ask me, they're like, okay, I went through this experience and I really don't get the wisdom I got out of it. So when we look back, we start to question ourselves. We start to say, why didn't I do this? Why didn't I reach out for help? Why didn't I have that conversation? Why didn't I take myself out of that situation? That's your wisdom. Because next time, when you enter a situation like that, that is a new option on the board. Because you would never make a decision with the intent of hurting yourself, with damaging yourself, with making your path harder going forward. And sometimes we do it, but it was never meant to be something detrimental to ourselves. It was supposed to move us forward in the right direction. When it doesn't, that's when we have to back up and we have to look at it and we say, okay, so what could I have done differently? And when those ideas start to pop up, that's when we realize that we have gained wisdom, because there's new choices available. Hindsight's 20/20. So don't be afraid of the Ten of Swords. The Ten of Swords is, I think, the moon, they're paired here. So I think it's, maybe it's letting go of blame in your life. Maybe you blame yourself for something, or I heard crucify yourself, belittle yourself, talk negatively to yourself, beat yourself up over some past action or wrongdoing. Let it go. It was in the past. You need to let it go. You need to forgive yourself. You need to move forward. As we go into the weekend, the Nine of Wands. So, really, here's our are swords, but they're in the shape of wands here. And this does show you, you know, your different paths that you walked forward through, the chaos, the tears, the sorrows. And I love the one that she holds. It's so gnarled. So that was definitely a chaotic path that she walked. But there's new growth on it. That's your wisdom. So there is a lot in your reading about attaching yourself to the wisdom that you gained through your past lessons. So you're going to need it going forward. There's a strong message here that you're going to need that wisdom to attach yourself to that wisdom. So don't think that by taking time for yourself, meditation, prayer, being alone with your thoughts, taking a walk out in nature is in some way selfish or lazy. You need that time to process the wisdom that you actually took so it's front of mind. So that when you run into new situations, or they're going to at least seem like new situations, you're going to be able to go back on that wisdom that you have gained and make the right decisions going forward. And we have the devil, the phoenix rising out of the ashes, the true you emerging. So I would have to say with these cards, you could shock a few people because I think you're going to let out the true you this week in some way, in some form. You're going to be a little unique. You're going to be a little different. You're going to spoil yourself in some way, or you are going to make a stance where normally you would let the other person kind of take the lead on it. This is where it's the phoenix rising out of the ashes. It's the old part of you burning away. It's the new, improved you coming through. And we have a lot here about your happily ever after being the underlying energy. So it is the things that truly inspire and motivate you going forward. And it might shock a few people. On how that actually comes out, it might shock a few people. Because it's almost like I think it's attached to the wisdom, the newfound wisdom that you actually contemplated on. It gives you a new direction or a new insight or a new way of looking at your path or a new way of expressing yourself through your creativity or through your work or through your actions. And I think people are going to see a different side of you this week. You're going to allow them to see the true you, or a part of the true you, in a new way. It's like the old part of you fell away. It's no longer serves a purpose. It's now hindering you. You don't want that part of your personality to be there anymore, and therefore you wish it away and it goes. And the new you emerges. And I think in some way it's using your wisdom. So pay close attention to the situations that are brought into your life, especially through meditation, prayer, being alone with your thoughts, where it takes you back in time and makes you maybe view something that you have walked through and understand, the new questions that you have on why you didn't do a certain thing or act a certain way or said certain words or taken yourself out of a situation, because I think it's going to be of grave importance going forward in your path. For work, career, we have the Knight of Swords, so there is a passion here. I got the flash of the forest here when I picked this up. So if you ever rode a horse through a forest, and just imagine it if you haven't, you can't go fast. The paths aren't really paths for the most part, and you never know when you're going to hit that fallen tree, that log over the path. The path is gone. All of a sudden, you have to backtrack. There's new trees growing in the old path because nobody's been down it in a while. So there's a lot of meandering back and forth and finding your way through the forest, but now you've hit the meadow. So it's almost like this energy has been holding you back, and now you're going to start to feel the thrust of going forward. That you're going to feel like you are in control, that you are championing a success. I hope that success is you. That you are going to champion the cause. You are going to go forward. It's like a win-win strategy. It's feeling alive. It's feeling like you've got this. It's feeling like you are in control. Failure is not in your vocabulary when that card comes up at all. So in work, career, I think that this is a week where you can make some um, strong forward movements, or at least you feel like you are in a position to start showing your strength. Maybe it's the strength of your talents, maybe it's the strength of your character, but in some way you can shine this week, and you've got an energy about you to go forward with a strength, with a determination, with a discipline, and feeling like, there's a bounce in your step. You're feeling good about work, career, finances, going forward. Like, it's starting to turn around, like you've just come out of this forest. So if you're still feeling like you're in the forest, don't worry about it. Your energy is just a little delayed. Pretty soon you're going to rush out of that forest with everybody else. If you are looking for a job, I think you kind of carry a self-confidence with you that maybe has been lacking in job interviews of the past. So it's probably a very good week to start getting back out there and approaching potential employers for a placement in their company. Make sure it aligns with your passions and your dreams, okay? And in love relationships, we have temperance, which means we need a balance. We need to feel that balance. Where did I kind of get the home vibe? In the King of Pentacles. So our thoughts, new ideas, new ways of doing might actually throw the relationship a little bit out of balance. Rather than a balance coming in, you might actually instill a balance and imbalance in the relationship this week. I only think that's true, and I think it's a good thing, because it's like you are breaking out of this old shell that you have taken up residency in. Okay, it's like you're like, okay, I'm trying to think of a crab, or uh, something that removes its outer shell. I was going to say turtle, but turtles don't remove their outer shell or walk into a new shell. At least I don't think they do. So it's like growing into a new shell. It's like leaving the old shell of you behind. Like, you don't need those certain protections in your life anymore, or these safety nets in your life anymore, or at least one of them. You're ready to let go of it. You're ready to experience something new, something different, something unique within the relationship. Um, and I think it might throw the relationship a little bit out of balance, because I don't think people are going to be expecting this of you this week. So explain what you are feeling. Have conversations around it. Let them know that you haven't snapped like a dry twig in the forest. It's the exact opposite. You're finally coming into who you truly are, and you want it to manifest in every way possible. And you want their support and love in doing just that. If you're looking for a relationship, well, we have the happily ever after as our underlying energy. We also have the Queen of Cups, and we have the Ten of Pentacles, which is our yes card at the very beginning. So yes, there is a high potential this week that you will meet somebody new and wonderful in your life going forward. Until we meet again, remember, I do love you.